Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to another episode of Pan the Organizer. So today I'm reviewing the brand new Bilt Hamber Trace-Less. They say this is a super wetting glass cleaner. What does super wetting mean? Is it a good glass cleaner? Can this potentially take first place for best glass cleaner of the year in my future 2024 car detailing products awards video? Well, you're going to find out in this video. Of course, we're going to do a demo on a dirty glass. We're also going to be comparing it to my 2023 award winner for best glass cleaner of the year, and it's the Stoner Car Care Invisible Glass. This is a staple in the automotive industry, great for household use as well, very inexpensive. So we're going to do a demo, as I said, with both of them on a dirty glass, but also a more scientific little test, but a fun one. You got to stay tuned all the way till the end because it's going to be very revealing. By the way, quick disclaimer, this is not a sponsored video. Nobody paid for this video. Bilt Hamber did not send this to me. I ordered this myself online from my friends over at Carzilla. By the way, don't worry, I'll leave the links to all of these products and tools and equipment in the description under the video for you guys to check them out. So all you have to do is sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. So Bilt Hamber, they're out of the UK, and Pete Hamber, the CEO and chemist over there, is a super smart guy. So I had many discussions with him recently, including one on snow foams. If you haven't seen yet the updated touchless snow foam formula video, go check it out on my channel. But this is a glass cleaner that he put out, and I had questions for him because I was wondering to myself, super wetting, is that just something for marketing? What does that mean? Well, let's dive into it, and then we're going to go straight to the demo. Basically, super wetting, what does it mean? It's a glass cleaner that has 100% evaporating surfactants in there. The majority of glass cleaners, often they're only alcohol based, but this one here, other than alcohol, because they do say in the back here that it contains propanol, isopropyl alcohol, and isopropanol as well. So other than that, they also have 100% evaporating surfactants in there. So this leads to no streaking and no smearing, but we've heard that before, right? From other glass cleaners, they don't streak, they don't smear, at least they promise that. But a super wetting surfactant basically has an ultra high capability to reduce the surface tension of a liquid and spread it uniformly over a surface. So basically, when you are going to spray it on the surface, it's going to wet that surface, but make it uniform and less of a potential to streak down the glass. Now, less of a potential because don't forget, if you have sealed or coated glass, that hydrophobic properties will still have the glass cleaners kind of beat up a bit and they're still going to run down. That's the goal of the glass protection. But on unprotected glass, if you spray this on, you're going to notice that compared to traditional glass cleaners, and hopefully I can show this on screen, but when you spray a traditional glass cleaner on, that one can eventually start running down the vertical glass pane. But this one here, the Traceless from Bilt Hamber, when you spray it on, those super wetting agents, they keep the surface uniformly wet and it doesn't run off as much. So yeah, not only that, but you're also getting better wetting, which means an improved cleaning capability, because don't forget, glass when viewed through a microscope is actually porous. It has hills and valleys into which those valleys, the dirt can accumulate. So maybe just using a regular alcohol mix might not be enough to fully degrease and remove the grime from deep inside those pores. So the surfactants in here as well really help. And 100% evaporating, that's one novel thing they did with that, is they don't leave anything behind. So that's awesome. So it creates a uniform film on the surface and a powerful cleaner. Fast absorption also means that it's going to help remove the dirt and help lift it off with your microfiber glass towel. That's super important. And obviously it's not going to damage any existing glass sealants or glass coatings if you have that on your glass surfaces. And it's also safe on tinted windows as well. It's safe on infotainment displays inside your vehicle, GPS, navigation screens, all that kind of thing, and acrylic as well. So what's the price? By the way, this is a 1 liter formula, so that's roughly what, 38.7, 38.8, call it 34 ounces. So if we have a zoom here, this is the 1 liter formula, comes in at £12.95, so that's British pounds, roughly 35 Canadian dollars. You can also get it in a 5 liter container for roughly 30 British pounds. So quite cheap if you get the bigger size. Obviously it's going to last a long time. The sprayer on here, if I can focus onto that, is pretty amazing. So good ergonomics, but more importantly, if we look at its atomization, so hopefully you can see that on screen. Look at that. You see how nice and uniform that is. It is awesome, but we don't care about all that, right? Does it really clean and is it good? Let's dive right into the demo. All right, so I'm filming this in February 2024, so it's still winter here in Montreal, Canada. The glass is fairly dirty. We'd normally wash the vehicle first before using our glass cleaner, because usually glass cleaners are considered finishers, right? But still, why not do the ultimate demo here? So this is certainly dirty. Road film, road salts, all that kind of stuff, dirt, grime. There's a bit of dirt that's loose all over the place as well, a bit of mud and whatnot on there. So on the left-hand side, we're going to use the Stoner Invisible Glass. They say here on the label that it contains water, hydrocarbon propellant, and hydrocarbon blend. So let's going to spray this on the surface. Then we're going to take a glass towel. This is a microfiber towel, waffle weave. So we are going to clean the towel. As you can tell, it runs off a bit, which is normal for glass cleaners. So a few simple wipes here, up and down and left to right. Again, this is an excellent glass cleaner from Stoner. A lot of people really, really like this. And now flip the towel to the clean and dry side. And we're going to give it that final buff. And there we go. So the glass now is fully clean. There's no dirt left. And this is what the towel itself looks like. So it picked up all the dirt and grime. No problems there. Is there still a bit of streaking? Perhaps we can help remove a bit of that final film. So you usually use a 2-towel method, right, to do the glass. So one for the initial wipe and the second one for that final buff. So there we go. And I remind you, normally we do this after cleaning the car. This is an extreme scenario. There was a lot of dirt and grime. So there you go. There's a bit of streaking left in the glass. So yeah, that's probably a bit of the traffic film and road grime. This wasn't enough for that, so you need to wash your vehicle, as I said, but it gives you a good idea. It did a fairly good job. So now let's move to the second side with the Traceless on it. All right, so on this side, we have the Bilt Hamber Trace-Less. We took a new microfiber towel, so identical one, just a fresh one that is not dirty. So waffle weave, we are going to spray the Traceless on the surface. So as you can tell, it stays on the surface. See that? There's almost no running off, no runoff. So it's very uniform in the appearance. And now let's take our towel. And the super wetting agents, they actually do a lot of things. First of all, they not only ensure that it is a uniform application on there. Sorry about that. Here we have the wiper. And I can't lift it more than that. But also gives tons of lubrication. And I could feel it definitely glides more compared to the Stoner Invisible Glass side. And now let's flip the towel to a clean and dry side to give that final buff and that final wipe. And that wiper that's on there. So 100% evaporating surfactants, nothing left behind. And there we go. Give it that final buff. We can take another clean and dry side like we did for the invisible glass and give it that final buff here. And this again is an extreme scenario because you wouldn't necessarily do that, right? So very clean. If the surface feels a bit slicker on this side, that's, wow, all right. Very minor difference, but I don't know if you can tell on camera, we're still getting a bit of that little smear on top because there's probably some grime and dirt that's still embedded in those hills and valleys. This again was an extreme case, but it allows you to compare. So Traceless on this side and my current favorite glass cleaner, Stoner Invisible Glass on that side. What do you guys think? This was pretty an extreme case. So imagine what it can do when you clean, you wash your vehicle, you're done drying it, and you use the glass cleaner as you normally would as a finisher. It would come out spotless, and it actually does that. So on normal glass that's not trashed in dirt, once you're done with your wash process, it'll look something like this. So you take your Traceless, spray it on there, maybe a spray on your towel, and now it can act as the finisher all while still doing a fantastic job. What a crazy, crazy good glass cleaner. The lubricity on there is fantastic. When you're wiping, you can flip to the clean and dry side. And that is it. You have crystal clear glass. All right, guys, so for the cool little part of the test, Bilt Hamber, so the chemist and CEO of Bilt Hamber, told me you should try something pretty cool. So using a permanent marker, you know how these stain a lot, right? You can mark the surfaces of glass. So in this case, we put a little dot with an A for the first side. This is going to be the Stoner Invisible Glass. And a dot with a B. This is going to be the side for the Bilt Hamber Traceless. And a permanent marker ink is tricky to solubilize usually. And when it's wet, it's similar to asphalt, tar, tree sap, and exhaust emission dirt films or hydrocarbon films. So it's a great test to see the difference of something like, let's say, the Stoner Invisible Glass, which does not contain any surfactants, at least not to my knowledge. This only has a bit of alcohol in there, compared to something like Bilt Hamber Traceless, which has alcohol and also some 100% evaporating, super wetting surfactants in there. So what we're going to do, first of all, we have two little towels here. So if we dab that on there, so you can see it's fully dry, there's nothing here on the towel. And on the other side as well, for the B, we dab that on there and there's no ink left. So they had time to fully dry. Now, for the test, we're going to spray the solutions on each of them and you're going to see the difference. And we're going to see if there's a difference in wiping one or the other off. So if I do this one here, with the Stoner Invisible Glass, and I spray one spray of the Bilt Hamber Traceless. Look at that. So already here, look at how quickly it's solubilizing the ink. We can't even tell that it was a B anymore. So that's just running off because it's being solubilized and brought up. And on the side where we have the invisible glass, yes, the foam is sticking on there, but I can still clearly see the A behind. So again, look at this side here. This is almost all gone. That's pretty awesome. And on this side, we can still see the lettering. So let's take our little towel. We're going to do a simple wipe, one wipe, and we can tell there's a bit of ink on there, but you can probably tell there's still ink on the surface. And then we take the second towel. We're going to do one wipe. Oh, sorry about that. One wipe on this side, and you can tell on the towel all the ink is there and there is nothing left here. That's just the runoff here in the bottom. If we were to take that up, there you go. It has solubilized all the ink. What a cool little thing. So it kind of gives you an indication on what this can do. And again, this is kind of like a dirt simulator for things like asphalt, tar, tree sap, or again, your dirt films that come from your exhaust emission. What comes out of your exhaust tips in the back, those are hydrocarbon films. And this is an indicator of the cleaning power. So in this case, well, Bilt Hamber Traceless did a great job. That was a nice test. So what do you guys think about the test and the experiment itself? I think it's pretty awesome to see the innovation that's in there. So they didn't just put a solution with a bit of alcohol, call it a day, and basically call it a glass cleaner and you're good to go. There's some true innovation here with those super wetting, 100% evaporating surfactants. So once again, they cling on to the surface better. There's less runoff, especially on vertical surfaces. They're going to spread the product more uniformly. They're going to get better cleaning power, as you guys saw, especially on those hydrocarbon films as well. And yeah, I'm very impressed. Lots of lubricity on the surface, which I like to see. And obviously, if you use this on a cleaner surface, so for example, I always recommend you first start with washing your car, right? Your traditional bucket method, snow, foam, whatever you guys do. And then you're going to rinse the vehicle off, you're going to dry it, and then you're going to finish off with a glass cleaner. But at least with this, you know that it's doing a bit more than just finishing. It's going to help pick up a bit of that film, those hydrocarbon residues, whatever else there might be hiding on the glass that you cannot see with your naked eyes, because again, there's hills and valleys when you view glass through a microscope. So this did a tremendous job, tremendous value. Once again, anything Bilt Hamber produces that I've tested is just top notch. I think they can improve on their labeling if that's one thing I can recommend. They're a company focused on technology and science. So the next thing is perhaps invest in the marketing to make just things look a little better. It's very clean looking. I have nothing wrong with that, but I think they could make it a little more fun, right? To look good on our shelves. We like good looking products. Why not? It smells, I don't know what it smells like, but it smells fresh for a glass cleaner. I don't know how I can call this. It doesn't smell too alcohol-y. So yeah, that's nice. So again, Traceless, a super wetting glass cleaner. It takes my thumbs up. I'll leave all of this stuff linked in the description under the video for you guys to check everything out. Is it going to take first place? I still need time to test this. This is new to me. I've been testing this now for a few weeks. We are in February 2024. So as the months come by, but so far so good. There's a high chance you're going to see it in the top 3 of my 2024 awards coming at the end of August, early September. Same thing every year. Yeah, there's a high chance because I'm thoroughly impressed. This is freaking awesome. So yeah, we'll find out if it can take first place from the Stoner Invisible Glass in those awards. So in the meantime, share the video with family and friends that might benefit from this. Have you tried Traceless? If so, drop comments. It's always nice to have viewer feedback so other people reading the comments can also see how these products work in different conditions. Like here, I work in my garage in a controlled environment, so 68 degrees Fahrenheit or 20 degrees Celsius, 40 to 45% humidity. So yeah, it's pretty well controlled. But if you guys use this as mobile detailers or outside, different weather, different countries, let us know. I always like to read you as well and see what kind of feedback you have. So I hope you enjoyed it. Smash the thumbs up button to show me your support, as you guys always do. And in the meantime, don't forget, keep it tight, keep it clean, and I'll see you all on the next one.